To begin creating events, you need to be within the Marketing Center, and then you select the Events tab located on the right-hand side of the screen. Select the New Event button, and then choose New Content, and then you'll just simply fill out the fields that are provided here. So the first field is my event name, so I'll name this my Technology Showcase. We need to give the event a brief description, so say this is our first annual Technology Showcase. You need to choose your event begins date and your event ends date, so this is when the event will begin and when the event will end. So I'll just choose the dates from my calendar. So this event will begin and end on the same date with about, we'll just say, at 3 p.m. So this event will run almost the whole day. You need to choose when the registration ends. So this basically means when the registration for this event gets cut off. You can run it up to an hour before this event begins. You can run it up until a day this event begins. This is really up to you. So I'll actually run it up until the 16th, and we'll say at 9 a.m. Choose your event's time zone. I'm in Eastern, so I will leave that selected. And then you can set the maximum number of attendees. By default, we have it set to 30. You can make it 100. If you only have, for example, it's a lunch and learn and you only have 10 seats available, you could set it to 10. Scroll down to the bottom of the screen. It would ask you if you'd like to create a trackable phone number for this event. If you do, just keep it selected to yes. If not, you select it to no. Choose Save and Continue, and that will bring us to our next step and create the initial part of the event. This loads the registration page. This is the page where your customer will actually register for this event. You can add any type of fields you would like on this page. We give you a default layout, as you can see. So if you need to remove a field or if you need to add a custom field to this form, you can do so. You also have full creative control over this page, so you can put any types of pictures and images and text on this page if you'd like. So for example, I'm just going to remove some of these fields, and I can do that by just clicking the X next to the name of the field. So for this example, I'm not too interested in the country that they reside in, and this is for the US, so I don't really need their province and region, so I'll remove that as well. And as you can see, it simply removes the fields. One thing I would like to add to the form, though, is an additional comments box, so they can give me some additional comments on the event. So all I need to do is just click on Add a Field. It'll ask me which type of field I would like to add. You can choose from Contact field. That would be contact information, city, state, address, zip code, postal, fax number, things like that. If you would like to create a custom field, you would choose this Form Fields option here at the bottom. So I'll just click on Form Fields, and you'll see you have a list of fields you can create. You can create a single selection with a drop-down box, and you see we give you a little preview on the right as to how this field would be generated. So for example, if you had a field and you named it your favorite color, in this box here you'd have yellow, green, black, blue, pink. You have single selection with a radio button. You have multiple selection within a box, multiple selection within a checkbox, a date field, a text field. You can enter a number field, a file upload, a rating scale, a text area, or a section explanation. So for example, if I would like a field for additional comments, I would choose text area. I would give the field a name, so I would say additional comments. I can decide if I would like to make this field required or not, so I'll choose no, and I click Save, and then this adds it to my form, and as you can see, it added to the bottom of my form. Now, I mentioned earlier you have full creative control over this layout of this event registration page. So if you mouse on the outside of the form layout, you see a blue box appear, and when you click on it, it loads our content editor. So you can use this editor to its fullest capabilities and build the actual page itself. I have some content saved, so I'm just going to go ahead and paste that into the editor. Okay, so here is my actual content. And you'll notice that we have a forms field merge field. So when you place that throughout the content, this is what will generate the actual fields on your form. So you want to make sure that you keep that within the body of this the content. You can move it around, as you can see. I placed it over here on the right. So this could actually be anywhere within this page. When you're finished, you can hit save and close, and that actually builds out the page for you. So as you can see, here is my actual form at this point. When you're finished building your actual form, you want to move to your confirmation page. And this is the actual page that gets displayed after a client has submitted the event registration. Again, you can customize this page any way you like. I'm actually just going to take the content that I put on my main registration page and bring it over to this page. So I'm just going to delete this content and I'll paste it. And now, instead of having this this content over here, I'll just say thank you. Again, when you're finished making modifications on this page, you'll just click the save button at the bottom of the page, and this will save your changes. Our next tab is the confirmation email. This is optional, so this is the email that will be sent back to the client after they register. If they're registering for some type of event that's WebEx based, this is a good area where you can put the WebEx information. So this, as I mentioned, this is optional, so you can turn the event confirmation on or off for the email. So by default it is turned on, and then you would just simply use the editor below to modify your subject and the actual email itself. If you make any changes to this page, again, just remember to hit the save button at the bottom of the page, and this will save your changes. The next step is to set up our distribution rules, and we could do that by selecting the distribution tab. If you notice, we've been following these tabs left to right, so as long as you follow these tabs left to right, it will take you through the entire event creation process. Basically what the distribution rules are, it's the notifications that get sent after someone's registered for this specific event. To modify your distribution rules, select the edit button, and then you just need to simply choose where these notifications need to go. The list of users will be provided within this drop-down box. If you need to copy additional recipients, you can do so under the send a copy of email notification, and you just simply type in the email address in this field. If there's multiple email addresses, you would just simply separate them by a semicolon. Once you're finished setting up your notifications and choosing who you would like it to go to, just scroll down to the bottom of the page and select the save button. After you set up your distribution rules, the event has been created. You can view the event page by selecting the hyperlink located at the top of the page. This launches the event page, and as you can see, the content that I've built for the event is here, and then the actual form for the customers to fill out to register for this event is located on the right side of the page. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this form out quickly, and I'll get all the required fields. Some of the fields I'm skipping because they're not required. And I'll enter an email address, and additional comments is not required, so I'll just leave that blank. I click my submit button, and now as you can see, I've now successfully registered for this event. If we go back into StructuredWeb and I select the Registered tab on the right side of the page, you'll notice the event submission that I just did is now listed here, so Mark is now registered for this event. You also have the ability to send customers invitations or reminders to register for this event. To begin, select the Invited tab at the top of the screen. And what you're basically doing here is building your mailing list as to who you would like to send this invitation out. Now you'll notice there's already one person in the mailing list, and that is me, Mark, because I filled out this form already and I've been registered for this event. So I could actually send this person a reminder if I'd like as well. To add your mailing list, you can either simply search for the record using the quick search function, or if they're in a group, you can quickly select the group you would like to add to this mailing list. And I'll just add this one for an example. And you can see now I have 25 people that I need to invite to this event. Once you've built your mailing list, you can now send invitations or reminders, and you can do that by selecting the Emails tab at the top of the screen. To create an invitation, you'll simply click on the New Invitation button. If you'd like to create a reminder, you'll select a New Reminder button. The process of creating an invitation or reminder is exactly the same. for this example, I'll just click on New Invitation. We'll give the invitation a name. And then you can give it a description if you'd like. When you're finished, select the Save button. And then it loads the content editor, and this is basically where you would build the invitation and send it out. So for example, I'll enter a subject line. And we can use this editor to our fullest capabilities. We can insert images, we can insert hyperlinks and pictures. But for this example, I'm just going to enter some text. When you're finished, click the Save button, and then this will process your changes and save the actual invitation that you've built. From there, you can set up your tasks and alerts. These are the notifications that are sent when an email is opened or when a link inside this email is clicked. You always want to send yourself a test message. This gives you an exact copy as to how this email will look. To do that, simply find your name on the list here and check it off. If your name is not listed here, or you need to send it to someone that needs to see it, you can enter their email address on the right hand side of the page. And if it's multiple email addresses, you can separate it by a semicolon. And then select the Send Test Message button, and that will send yourself the actual test message of this email. Once you've decided this email is ready to be sent, you'll just simply click the Schedule and Send tab, and then from there you'll just choose the date and the time you would like this email to be sent. Once you've selected the date and time, you click Save, and that schedules the event reminder for you. Let's go ahead and access the event again, and we can do that by clicking the hyperlink here that says Technology Showcase. And as you can see, it brings us back to the Emails tab, and here is the invitation that I set up, the Technology Showcase. So you can see right in the Events window, I can see all the emails that are going to be sent out for this specific event. And it gives me the status as well. So I haven't scheduled it yet, but it would say scheduled here if I had it scheduled, and the date and time that I've selected. If you wanted to access this reminder again, or the invitation again, you just simply click on the name. You can actually view the reports for these emails directly on this screen as well. So after this campaign has been sent, I could actually review the reports by simply clicking the Reports tab up here. And basically what this will do for me is it'll just give me a quick summary as to how this invitation did.